At 5:09 local time, the USS Arlington's foredeck breathes to life. The 5-inch 62 gun mount hums, its hydraulics uncoiling a low mechanical sigh. Only the watch crew hears it at first. Within seconds, the rest know something is coming. At 5:11, the combat net on deck crackles. A terse message, repeated twice, cuts through the hush. Condition 3. All key stations, man and ready. Silence falls again. The crew members in the passageway halt mid-stride, gear straps frozen in their hands. The tension, at once invisible, stiffens the steel. Moments later, across the Caribbean's dark swell, 3 silhouettes puncture the horizon. They are small, fast, hungry, with purpose. The Arlington's CIC, Combat Information Center, goes to work. Sensors flaring, contacts being born into the digital world. At 5:14, the display resolves them. 3 surface contacts, closing fast from the southwest, tightening formation, speeds climbing toward 30 knots. The code names flicker onto the grid. Bravo 1, Bravo 2, Bravo 3, identification code, Virginian waters, number, Venezuelan registry. On the bridge, the captain stays calm. He doesn't shout. He sets a mood, controlled, deliberate. Orders are whispered and nods, but they ripple instantly across the ship. Unlock magazines, clear safeties, helm, maintain current heading. Weapons, standby. No shots unless authorized. Below decks, in the ammunition lockers, sailors slide open the magazine doors. Fingers brush the shells, checking primers, checking alignment. Across the fuselage, crews at CIWS mountings cradle their positions. Fingers grazing triggers. The phalanx barrels idle but ominously poised. In CIC, multiple streams of data, radar, sonar, electronic intercepts combine to form the picture. 3 fast patrol boats, light configurations, skimming waves. No heavy signatures, no missile tubes, no large guns. Just speed and intent. Whoever commands them understands where the line lies. Inside the CIC, the air hums with electronics and controlled urgency. The lighting is dim. Only the glow of green and blue from radar scopes illuminates faces. Petty Officer Ramirez, a radar technician barely 24, keeps her eyes fixed on the sweep line as if watching a heartbeat. Every pulse, every flicker could mean escalation. Across from her, Lieutenant Commander Harlow, the tactical action officer, murmurs into his headset, cross-checking data with the National Reconnaissance feed. He knows that the decisions made here, within seconds and syllables, can ripple up to Washington before the sun is fully risen. Each contact on the screen has a weight beyond metal and propulsion, politics, pride, and perception. The room operates like a living organism. Inputs, reactions, corrections. Each heartbeat of the ship echoing through the deck plates. The digital overlays scroll with coded information, range, bearing, closure rate. A new ping surfaces on the ESM console, possibly a radar sweep from one of the approaching boats. Intermittent emission detected, Ramirez calls out. Bearing 207. Harlow nods. Mark it. Continue passive scan. There's discipline and restraint. To respond too aggressively would light a match in dry wind. Around them, the ship feels alive, each compartment linked by invisible nerves of radio traffic and procedural command. In that tight, red-lit space, the crew are both technicians and sentinels, eyes of the fleet, trained to translate silence into meaning. They all understand something unspoken. In the modern battle space, the first weapon isn't a missile, it's awareness. At 5:16, the Arlington's electronic warfare suite whispers alive. It scans the spectrum, signals, pings, whispers of energy. Every pulse is cataloged, every deviation marked. Airwaves themselves become a theater of surveillance. On deck, sailors peer toward the pre-dawn line, eyes tracing motion, beads of spray catching the faint light, shapes dissolving into the sea's texture. The tension is shared among them. This is not a routine patrol. This is presence, leverage, the kind of quiet message that screams louder than bombs. The operations officer leans close to the tracking screens. The contacts are now within 10 nautical miles, converging. He pins them as unknown, hostile intent, probable. A soft tone, but firm. The captain nods. Bridge, maintain course. Weapons ready. Hold fire. It's a tightrope walk. Too far left or too far right, and the balance tips into conflict. Corridors hum with purpose. Technicians arm systems, check feed lines, confirm hydraulics. The phalanx turret begins to spin gently, the clicking rhythm echoing in the hull. It is the last barrier between warning and war. The helmsman keeps the ship's path razor sharp. Their position skirts just inside international waters. Any deviation could be deemed a provocation. The legal teams back home would write memos into the night if a misstep happened. Here, every maneuver is under a microscope. The patrol boats brandish no obvious weapons, but that doesn't guarantee innocence. Their approach is bold, direct. We see you, don't hide. It's a calculated risk. In the fight deck hangar, the MH-60R Seahawk, call sign Vigilant, prepares for launch. The blades unfold, tie-downs slip loose, the airframe hums. Every motion is familiar, practiced, rehearsed hundreds of times. At 5:18, the helicopter lifts from deck into the blue shadow. No ordnance aboard, just sensors. Eyes in a sky already streaking with light. From altitude, the Seahawk rolls out the cameras. The three fast boats cut the sea in V formation. The wakes carve white strips across black water. The craft are sleek, aggressive, wounded color in the dawn. From that view, they look almost predatory. Sharp bows, squat profiles, intent. No heavy weapons are visible. No missile tubes, no belt guns. Still, that absence doesn't reassure. The prow craft behind loads of equipment. Antennae, ray domes, hints at intelligence or surveillance use. Vigilant to Arlington. Visual confirmation. 3 hulls. Formation steady. Speed 28 to 29 knots. Arlington copies. Maintain observation. No aggressive moves. In CIC, the Arlington's radar locks with high precision, tracking every slip and turn, but the system abstains from targeting mode. That would cross into provocation. Instead, the signal is posture, reserve, but danger visible. The Seahawk arcs wide, casting a silent circle of awareness. It is proof the U.S. Navy's gaze is everywhere. Shadows can be seen. By 5:22, the range contracts to 6 nautical miles. Now the crews aboard the Arlington can feel tension in their bones. Faces tighten, breaths slow. This is close. The bridge steps into a key moment. The captain taps. Venezuelan naval vessels. This is USS Arlington. You are closing in international waters. Alter course immediately. Maintain safe separation. The message is first in English, then wades into Spanish, crisp and clear. No threats, just legal fact and warning. Silence. Seconds stretch. Then the CIC reports. Lead vessel holds speed. 29 knots, closing to 5.2 nautical miles. On deck, the Parallax turrets edge their barrels. The 5-inch gun squares its arc, plainly visible to anyone staring back from the sea. Its posture visible. We see you. Don't test us. Radio crackles. This is Venezuelan patrol. You are inside our security zone. Identify your mission and state your purpose. The captain responds with clarity. This is USS Arlington, operating legally in international waters. We request you maintain safe separation. The patrol boats slow, dropping to 18 to 20 knots, but hold formation. They weave parallel to Arlington's starboard side at 3.8 nautical miles. It's a standoff, cooled tension. The game continues. On Arlington, every soul knows the rule. Use of force is the final move, not the first. The rules of engagement, ROE, are embedded in muscle memory. A radar lock is not enough. A threat must manifest. Until then, posture and patience hold the line. Geographically, Arlington floats 13 miles off Venezuela's coast, international waters, but close enough to troll political nerves. Venezuela claims a broad security zone it imposes unilaterally. Washington doesn't recognize it. Both sides cling to sovereignty, interpretation, the tension between legal right and political will. Arlington is clean, legal, moral, yet perilously human. One mistake, one misread blip, and the equations shift irreversibly. By 5:34, the patrol boats begin a slow, silent withdrawal. No words, no acknowledgement, just motion. A message. We made our point. At that moment, the danger diffuses. Not by shots fired, but by studied withdrawal. Arlington holds course, speed. Every sensor logs everything. Timestamps, signatures, intercepts, imagery. The files will head to Southern Command before sunrise, dissected by analysts, lawyers, strategists. The Seahawk lingers overhead, circling the area once more, gathering clarity like a predator casting back to roost. Then it arcs toward the mothership, returning home. Its sensors lock final signatures, the small craft reassembling and sliding toward the coast, parallel but distant. Later, Washington will parse this encounter. Was it a signal, a test, a political flex, or simply a defensive posture in a theater of shadows. Below, Arlington's crew moves through decompression mode. They executed orders. They held the line. They didn't fire. That alone is a message in itself. But every commander in the Caribbean knows what this was, a warning wrapped in steel and motion. The next time those hulls close in, the tolerance might be smaller. The answer might be louder. That morning, the Arlington spoke without firing a shot. The message was deliberate, clear, in motion. In the grand chessboard of regional control, a single move matters. And sometimes, silence is the most dangerous weapon of all. So, overall, the USS Arlington's early morning encounter off the Venezuelan coast became a tense but controlled standoff, a real-time chess match of nerves and discipline. 3 Venezuelan patrol boats closed in fast, testing boundaries in international waters, while the Arlington's crew, led by a calm captain and razor-sharp coordination, held fire and followed strict rules of engagement. Through restraint, vigilance, and measured communication, backed by poised firepower and the watchful eye of its Seahawk helicopter, the U.S. ship sent a clear message of deterrence without escalation. In the end, the confrontation dissolved without a single shot, proving that in modern naval strategy, composure and precision can speak louder than force.